What if the real story of Ivana Alawi isn't the one you see in her glamorous vlogs or her picture-perfect Instagram posts? What if there's a hidden truth, one she kept buried for years, that completely redefines how you see her? This isn't just another celebrity story. This is about identity, rejection, pain, and an unshakable will to rise above it all. Because behind every strong woman is a version of herself no one was ever supposed to see. If you like these types of grind story, please like, share, and subscribe for more. Ivana Alawi is the image of success. A YouTube sensation, an actress, a model, a businesswoman. With every video she uploads, millions tune in, laughing, crying, admiring. But very few know the full story. Because before the fame and fortune, there was something Ivana kept hidden. Not to deceive, but to survive. She was born as Ivana Alawi, half Filipina, half Moroccan. Sounds glamorous, right? But growing up, it was anything but. Her parents' relationship fell apart early. Her Moroccan father lived far away, and her Filipina mother was left to raise 4 children alone. The hidden truth begins here. Ivana didn't just grow up poor. She grew up feeling unwanted, different, torn between 2 worlds. In school, she was teased for her looks. At home, she watched her mother break her back just to keep the lights on. There were nights they shared one meal, days when they had no money for fare. But the world didn't see that version of Ivana. The most painful chapter, however, came when she was a teenager. Her father, who had long been absent from her life, finally reached out. He wanted her to come live with him in Bahrain. To most, that would sound like a dream. But for Ivana, it was the beginning of an emotional storm. She left her mother and siblings behind, hopeful that her father's invitation meant healing. A chance to be seen, to be loved. But when she arrived, reality hit like a cold wave. She was not welcomed with open arms. She wasn't treated like family. She was more like a stranger, tolerated, but never truly accepted. The warmth she hoped for wasn't there. Instead of feeling whole, she felt more broken than ever. Her own father, her flesh and blood, made her feel like she didn't belong. But here's the hidden truth she never broadcasted. During her stay in Bahrain, Ivana battled a deep sense of invisibility and isolation. She cried silently. She questioned her worth. And worst of all, she began to believe that maybe she wasn't enough. No one knew. She hid it well. Years later, when she returned to the Philippines, she came back not just with a suitcase, but with emotional baggage that would take years to unpack. But instead of letting it weigh her down, she transformed it into fuel. Ivana didn't wait for life to hand her a break. She created her own. She entered showbiz, but wasn't easy. Rejections piled up. Critics doubted her. Still, she pushed forward. Then came YouTube. She posted her first vlog, not knowing it would blow up overnight. But it wasn't the content alone that captured people, it was the energy. Raw, genuine, joyful, relatable. That's the part that shocked everyone. The girl who was once made to feel invisible became one of the most visible figures in the country. But still, she kept that part of her life hidden. The truth about Bahrain. The truth about the rejection. The truth about feeling like a burden. She didn't use it to gain sympathy. She never pointed fingers. She simply carried it, learned from it, and used it to become stronger. Ivana Alawi's hidden truth isn't a scandal. It's a revelation of strength. Because real strength doesn't come from what the world sees. It comes from what you overcome in silence. Today, when she gives money to strangers, helps the poor, or spoils her mom with lavish gifts, it's not for show. It's her way of rewriting the pain, of turning every "you're not enough" into "you are more than worthy." That's the kind of healing that doesn't go viral, but it's the most important kind. Ivana is not perfect. She's not pretending to be. She's a woman who rose from quiet suffering into loud success, not by luck, but by choice. She chose resilience. She chose kindness. She chose not to let her hidden truth define her story, but to empower it. The biggest shock of all, the girl who once felt abandoned by her own father became a hero to millions without needing anyone's validation. So next time you watch one of Ivana's videos, Look beyond the smiles and laughter. See the strength in her story. Understand that behind the luxury is a life built from scars, not shortcuts. And now I want to ask you, have you ever kept a truth hidden because it was too painful to share? What's something you've overcome in silence that shaped who you are today? Ivana's journey teaches us one thing. Sometimes the most powerful truths are the ones we carry quietly, and when we finally speak them, they inspire others to rise too. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Your story matters too.